Okay, in case you didn't notice in the first half of this list in my previous video, I kinda messed up. And so I gotta go in and re-record a few things. And this one it'll be more blatant. I even had to like move some entries around. Because in my notes I messed up the numbering, so I messed it up when I read it. So yeah. Anyway, on with the rest of the list. Number 18. Right back, still doing fighting games, back in the Tekken, it's Nina Williams, who was the first character I ever played as when I first played Tekken back in the day. It was Tekken 2. And I was instantly hooked, man. And Nina is the other assassin I alluded to earlier. Her and her sister are. That's just one of my favorite stories in Tekken because they hate each other so much. Like I said, not too many healthy familial relationships in that franchise. And the movies got that all wrong, but well, movie that they're in. And I like Nina, I like her sister. Her sister's not on this list. And I do not like her so-called son, or kind of son, Steve. No. Uh, yeah, she is like when I got Tekken 7, I played as Nina, like to get my stuff up to unlock stuff. To when I fight online, it's more likely I'm Nina. You know, like she is among my favorite characters in the game. Easily one of my top female characters, if not my top female character. What can I say? Number 17. This one might be a bit obscure. Darcy Stern from Urban Chaos. If you haven't played Urban Chaos, it's like True Crime Streets of LA. No, True Crime Streets of New York, I'm sorry. It's like that, like exactly like that, except you play as a black girl. And instead of it being a what True Crime New York is, which is like a you're undercover cop and all that, you do that in Urban Chaos, but then it goes to the paranormal and it gets weird and it's awesome. You can still like arrest people and drive cars. It's on the PS1 and the computer if you want to play it. And Darcy is on paper a stereotypical no nonsense, loose cannon, tough as nails cop. But she's so much more than that. I'm saying out a lot this list, but she is though. She's more than her stereotype that they gave her. And also she looks like one of my cousins, so that's pretty cool. Number 16 is I'm kind of cheating with this one, but I'll do that. Is Max Guevara from Dark Angel and Sydney Bristow from Alias. I paired these two together because both these characters originated on TV from Dark Angel and Alias, as played by Jessica Alba and Jennifer Garner, who were the only reasons I got through those games, because otherwise I probably would have gotten bored with them. Dark Angel is a hack and slash beat 'em up. I get bored with those pretty easily, but Max kept me interested the whole game. That's why she's on the list. And Alias is a good spy thriller, but it's not a great spy thriller. You know what I mean? That's why I paired them together. They're similar like that. In that way, obviously. Number 15. Samus Aran from Metroid. I know the first time I played it, I was quite shocked that Samus turned out to be a woman. I'm like, whoa, that was a woman doing all that's so cool. I got two copies of that game on the NES. I beat them both. Okay. Number 14. Once again, this isn't cheating, but these two, I paired these two together because they have a lot in common. The Soul Survivor from Fallout 4, as voiced by Courtney Taylor, and Alex D from Deus Ex Invisible World, the one we're not supposed to talk about, as voiced by Laura Bailey. Now, they're similar because these characters can be male or female. I just find that the female version of the characters adds so much more to the story. They really send it home, especially with Fallout 4 and subject matter. And then Alex D, who's just, I would say it again, a badass. They're both badasses, but Alex D, The female Alex D takes no shit. It's the same dialogue, but the way she says it, you just love it. Okay? And I know you're not supposed to talk about Deus Ex, Invisible War. The Fall is worse, okay? Hell, Mankind Divided, you can argue is worse. At least Invisible War has an ending. But yeah, oh, fun fact, Alex D, yes, he's voiced by Laura Bailey. And the male Alex D is voiced by Christopher Sabat, who's Vegeta and Piccolo, among others, in Dragon Ball, while Laura Bailey voices my most hated character ever, albeit in kid form, which is more annoying, Trunks. So it's like a Dragon Ball reunion there. Uh, and Cordy Ford had been a part of Fallout since Fallout, what, 3? So I wasn't surprised that she became the protagonist this time around as the sole survivor. And man, she brought it. Truly gripping, man. Really. Number 13. Sticking with Fallout 4, Kate, the Scottish smartass who will kick your ass because he's a cage fighter. She has hands down the most tragic story in the game, and I'll say it, one of the biggest asses in the game. But yeah, she's easily one of my favorite characters in this game. Uh, she is my second favorite companion behind Piper, and I just love when I have her by my side, man. Number 12. Going back to Resident Evil, it's Ada Wong, the mysterious, yet sexy, yet ass kicking Ada Wong. It, let's all face it, Leon, Leon and Ada, like, come on, man. Let's face it. Uh, yeah, like, I joke that Ada Wong is Batman because she disappears when people are talking. She has the grappling hook. And again, she's mysterious like that. Only, like Ada Wong more. So, number 11 is Shiva from Mortal Kombat. Now, people always talk about Goro or Kentaro. What about that other Shokin? Shiva. She's powerful. She's a skilled fighter. She has her own story. And in the first timeline, it ends kind of tragically because you're just walking around and then just come across her body. It's like, damn. This time around, she's not entirely a bad guy, I don't think. So, it's a good turnaround, I guess. Number 10. Sarah. That's a vacuum. I don't know if you can hear that. I apologize. Number 12 is Sarah from Dragon Age. Uh, Not too many people like Sarah. I love Sarah. She's funny, she's vulgar, and she'll kill you for no good reason if you piss her off. Or just cause. And she is my absolute favorite love interest in the whole game. So much fun with Sarah. Oh my goodness. I love Sarah. I love messing with Sarah too. Pissed her off. It's so fun. Number 9. It is a game. I read visual novels, alright? So, number 9. Kaylin Liao from Choice's Story You Play, The Freshman. Okay? Kaylin's story is perfect, man. When you first meet, you instantly hit it off. You instantly click. She becomes your best friend. Then one day, you and your best friend are at a sorority party and are dared to kiss because cliches. But that's where it gets good because, well, Kaylin realizes who she is at that point. And if it's your choice, you could too. And you could pursue Kaylin. Well, neither pursue. She's like instantly yours, I think. She has one of the best stories in the whole game. Easily this whole book series of The Freshman. I did 2 playthroughs. One when I was with Kaylin, one I was with the next entry on this list. And Kaylin, she starts as this nervous girl who's just discovering who she is and is scared to really be herself. But by the end of The Freshman, which is called The Senior, I'm getting kind of emotional thinking about it. She's this badass riot girl, in my playthrough, riot girl type rocker chick who gives no fucks, and it's awesome. It's really the best story. That's what got me hooked on this whole game. Is her playthrough. Number 8 is also from Choice's Story You Play. Also from the freshman book in that story. It's Becca. when you first meet Becca, she's a biatch. She is. I don't call women that at all, but Becca, she is. She even says she is. Because she is. She, for no reason, picks on you, bullies you, talks all kinds of shit to you. I think it's even a fight or two. And you find out later on that Rebecca, or Becca, well, my favorite nickname, Point Baxter, has her own shit going on. And there's no how to deal with it aside from being, you know, a biatch. You know, and she has she has probably the best turnaround in the whole, easily the whole best turnaround in the freshman series. One of the best turnarounds in the whole choices game, aside from the person who's coming up in the honorable mentions. Because at the end, as I said, total biatch. Like, you don't want nothing to do with her. None of that. But by the end, she's a love interest. And she's one of the better love interests, like right under Caitlyn. Like, yeah, she's not that person anymore. And she learns and she really grows as a character. It's crazy. Okay, it really is. That's why I like Becca so much, man. And she was, and it was a surprise too. So if I ruined it, that she was good, that she was a love interest. Like, I didn't see it coming. You know, nobody did. Number seven, going back to Mortal Kombat, it is Sonya Blade, one of my favorite characters this entire franchise. I liked her so much. I liked that. I like when Bridget Wilson played her in the first movie. Sandra Hess had a good time playing her in the second movie. That's all I'll say. Seven of Nine herself, Jay Ryan played her in Rebirth. But Bridget Wilson is my favorite portrayal. Like, that's my ideal woman. She takes no shit. She's strong. She gets it done. Yes, she's kind of at the beginning, but good character development changes that. And it goes same for the video games, right? Like, they be having her wearing thongs and all that, but she's still very serious. She's not like sexualized, even though they try to wear, make her wear sexual stuff. She's one of the more like grounded characters. And then by the end, she has a daughter, an equally badass daughter, Cassie Cage, who I didn't put on this list for whatever reason. But her voice actress has an entry on this list. We're about to get to that. But yeah, Sonya Blade is just perfect, really. She really is. You can't you can't make a list like this without her. As Mount Vernon Kid said, it just wouldn't be possible. Uh, oh, yeah, Sonya Blade is voiced by Ronda Rousey in this the most recent game, Mortal Kombat 11, and before that, she was voiced by Trisha Helfer from Battlestar Galactica. So strong women just play this character. Like, strong women just gravitate towards this character. That's how strong she is. Anyway, number six. Okay, now this game didn't really get the love it deserved because when it came out, like 2014, people were like, it's 2014, nobody cares anymore. Like, no, it's Samantha Greenbrier from Gone Home, and what they did with her was just nothing short of incredible, man. Like, because you don't even see her in the game, and she's one of only two voices. The other voices are her own, but you only hear her for a half a second at the beginning. The rest of the game is her voice, where you know what's been going down while you've been away. And she's her sister. And the shit she's been going through, really, that's the stuff you like. She tells you about that you gravitate towards, and it's just you got to play it for yourself. It's not a long game at all. There's literally a trophy to beat the game in under a minute. And once you beat the game once, you see pretty clearly how you can do that. You're like, damn, how did I miss that? But yeah, like the woman that did Samantha's voice deserves some kind of award. I think she did win some kind of award because my goodness, man, my goodness, he takes you on a ride right up to those final seconds, man. Those three words, they get it. Like, she said yes. I'm like, that is awesome. That is awesome. Like, really, like, it's a hope because people forget. Like, oh, she's a lesbian. It's not a spoiler because it's blatantly obvious. They take zero time telling you. Like that's the whole big thing. Her dealing with that and what her parents and everyone else think about it. People are like, well, nobody cares anymore. This is nonsense. It's like this takes place in the early to mid '90s, even before Ellen came out. So yeah, people are gonna have something to say about that. I think people weren't thinking about that when they were playing this. This is definitely worth a play. And this character, despite this being one of the more recent entries, ranks this high because you can hear the voice, man. She just tugs on the heartstrings. You root for her up until the end. Though I don't condone what you get at the end because that's illegal as hell. Like they'll come find you type illegal, But whatever you root for her, and she just wow, man, wow, wow. Number five, I did mention that Sonya Blade's daughter, Cassie Cage, her voice actress would show up on this list. That is the eternally awesome Ashley Burch. She voices Chloe Price in the Life is Strange series. Well, the first one and then the DLC of the second one. The other girl from the second one did a good job, but Ashley is Chloe. I was going to pair her up with Max, but I separated them because Chloe is her own character. Like, you see where she comes from. Sometimes you see too much, but you see where she comes from. Okay. Especially in the second game where they explain why she is the way she is in the first game. I talked about that with Rachel Amber. She's a big part of why Chloe is the way she is. Okay, and she was Chloe's first great love? Like her first love? I believe so. So that like Chloe, like they knocked it out of the park with that first game. And when you see them reunite at the DLC of the second game, whoo, it's a ride, man. Like her and the person coming up next, like my goodness, man. Chloe can easily be described as a damsel in distress. Many times you gotta save her, but she is anything but. She whoops ass, and I've been playing games 20 some odd years. It took that long for a video game to make me cry, because Chloe made me cry, man. That one choice made me go like, damn it, Chloe. You know? Number four, Max Caulfield. I talked about her just a little bit ago. Max Caulfield is the best friend of Chloe, who had to move away when they were like 12, right after Chloe went through something so very traumatic and heartbreaking. And so when Max came back to go to college, you know, they weren't, they still had some shit to work out. Like, Chloe actually had to save Max when after first, when they reunited, because Max was dealing with some dude and Chloe showed up and saved her. But after that, it flipped. Like I said, you saved Chloe a lot. And you go through their relationship and Max trying to explain her side of things and what happened and apologize and all that. And it's a good ride in that first game. And when they finally bring her back to the second game, because they talk the shit out of her in the main game, but you don't see her. When they finally bring her back in the second game, like you even got Chloe writing letters to Max in the second game. Like that's one of the few good things about that game too. But when they come back in the second game and they're reunited, like man, like you hear me getting emotional right now, man. Like that is that wow, that is true love right there, Max and Chloe, man. Like they made such an impact. This is going to be a series somewhere, a TV series. And there's, believe me, all kinds of fan fiction about this. Even in other games, if you know where to look, all kinds of fan fiction about Max and Chloe. That's how big an impact they made. And like, there's even a video of Ashley Burch and I can't remember her name that voices Max playing a game. And it's like they are Max and Chloe. They weren't acting. That's them. They weren't using that's their actual voices. It's crazy. Max might be a bit nosy at times, but she is easily worthy of being my top five female video game characters of all time, man. what a ride. What a ride, man. And just wow. Wow. Number three, Laura Croft from Tomb Raider. I've been a fan of Tomb Raider since Tomb Raider 2. I still have my Prima official guide for Tomb Raider 3. I still got a memory card with my save from Last Revelation on it from all those years ago. Like, I love Tomb Raider. Like, I'll admit, her new model took some getting used to. By that I mean Camilla Luddington, who is Laura Croft now. Like, I remember seeing her on Conan, and she was talking about it, and she was absolutely hypnotic. I was like, okay, I'll buy the game, and I did. I loved it. I got the second one. Like, okay, I like these games. But yeah, like Laura Croft is, yeah, the female Indiana Jones, and in my eyes, much better than Nathan Drake. I'm not an Uncharted fan. I played the first three. Yeah, didn't really care for them. Laura Croft, I prefer her. Like, Uncharted feels like Tomb Raider like to me. Um, it, Laura Croft is the the quintessential badass. I mean, I like that. Since one of the first video games where she said the word, I heard her say the word no. I'm like, okay, like you listen when she says no. You trying to do something? She's like, no. I'm like, okay, okay, I won't do it. Like, I like that, man. I like that. I did see the first movie when it came out in theaters and loved it. It's bad, but I loved it. The second one too. I haven't seen the third one yet, but it's in my collection here. Love Laura Croft. Love Laura Croft. Both models. But if I have to choose, I'm old school. Always have been. Always will be. And number two. This was hard. Between this and number one, they were duking it out for the number one spot. In the end, Leon Zing is number two. Okay? Leon Zing from Sci-Fi Filter, I love basically how her character went from being just someone there to help Logan in the first one, like this nice girl who helped Logan, like they worked together and all that, to actually doing shit herself. You got to play as her, and they changed voice actors. That was for the better. Like, I'm not sitting on her original voice actor, but her original voice actor played her a little too nice. Whereas in Savon Filter 2, like I said, she had to get shit done, so she needed to be a little more assertive. She had the virus, the Savon Filter virus, and playing as her when she has the virus, the voice actress did her thing. Okay, like I love playing the Leon missions in Sci-Fi Filter 2 a little more than I love playing the Logan missions. I got a poster of Sci-Fi Filter 2. You see it in almost every one of my videos. It's because of Leon and Logan, mostly Leon though. I wish you could play as Leon in the other games, but he's only playable in Sci-Fi Filter 2. And then, I mean, I liked her, like, and then they went and made her love interest. Well, not even a love interest. They made her like, I wasn't surprised when they said she had a crush on Logan. I was more surprised at the fact that she's married. But whatever. I didn't write it. But yeah, Leon Zing, my second favorite video game character of all time, and my top three have not changed in the 20 something years I've been a gamer. Okay, because you see one and be like, oh, I get no, you don't get it. Okay, honorable mentions. Honorable mention number five. Also from Choices Story You Play, but this was from the book entitled The Royal Wedding, Royal Engagement. One of those. Uh, yeah, and it is the Royal. Yeah, I believe it's called the Royal Wedding. No, it's the Royal Engagement because you're engaged for the longest fucking time. Yeah, the Royal Engagement, I believe it's called. And she starts as kind of an antagonist. And the thing about Olivia Navarcus is it's in her blood. In various other books that go against her family, and they're all these combat ready, battle ready, weapon carrying, will kill you in a second people who are often the antagonists of these stories. But Olivia has a turnaround. And she's still Olivia. She still will kill you for no reason. She'll still shoot. She'll still stab the crap out of you for no reason. But she becomes one of your best friends by the end of the third book. Okay, like you still have like a rivalry. You still try to one up each other, almost in this like you have almost like a sibling relationship with her. Best way to describe it. And she has what is probably like I'd say the best turnaround aside from Becca. I'm trying to decide who has the best turnaround. You know, I mean Olivia was still like I said, stab you for looking at her wrong, whereas Becca is eternally sorry for who she was. So yeah, and and the whole thing with Olivia, it starts over you competing over a dude. That's what starts. Yeah, a dude she's in love with that I wanted none of, and I didn't have that I chose someone else. That's how it started. Honorable mention number four, Katana from Mortal Kombat. I've been liking her as of late. I don't know what they're doing with her. Not using her for the start. She's just kind of there. And I love Katana though. Loved her in the movie. Best played by Talisa Soto. Love her in the video games. Yeah, she's a total badass. Like best of women here. Uh, the daughter of Sindel, by the way, I mentioned it earlier. Yeah, sister to Melina, who is not on my list. She'd almost be an honorable mention, almost. Number stepdaughter to Shao Kahn. Wow, she has a lot of family. Oh, kind of stepdaughter to Shao Kahn. Honorable mention number three is Joanna Dark from Perfect Dark because, and only because I've only played a little bit, like not enough to really get to know her. Because I was playing GoldenEye back then. So, honorable mention number two, Mara Armov from Siphon Filter. Uh, I like her accent, which I suspect isn't real, especially like a Russian accent. The woman who does it, I just love it. She sounds like the nicest girl, but she's playing the villain here. It's funny. It's awesome. But she knows language, so that's cool. She's actually speaking it. That's cool. Uh, honorable mention number one. I said Anna Williams wasn't on this list. She's not, but she is an honorable mention. I do like Anna Williams. It's just, you know, I like Nina more. There you go. And my number one favorite female video game character of all time, as I said, my top three have not changed in the last, what, like 20, 25 plus years I've been a gamer? Well, hold on. Yeah, yeah, about 25 years almost. I've been a gamer. They have not changed. And my number one is, was, and always will be Jill fucking Valentine. Okay? Jill Valentine is not only my favorite character in Resident Evil, with Barry right behind her, but she's my favorite female video game character of all time, and she's easily top three favorite video game characters of all time. She's right gonna be number one. I've loved Jill since that first game, okay? And when I say that first game, I don't mean director's cut, which I love. I mean when it came out before that. Yeah, with a slightly different dialogue and stuff. Like, yeah. Then director's cut came out, and that's why I really love Jill. You know, and yes, the Jill sandwich line, which they wouldn't change for the Resident Evil HD remake for some reason. And speaking of remakes, I did play the Resident Evil 3 demo. And like with Lara Croft, I had reservations about the new model. Because for almost 20 years, it's been Julia Voth, who still cosplays as Jill. In fact, as recently as last week, she posted on Instagram as Jill about this pandemic we're in. Now, it wasn't a recent picture of her as Jill, but it wasn't that old either. Like, she is still Jill, and she does still cosplay. And that's awesome of her to do. And that's just, even in the Resident Evil HD remake, that was her. That was Julia Voth, man. I became a fan of hers even outside of Resident Evil. Like on that sitcom she had that lasted like 2 seasons, Package Deal. That movie Crazy Bitches with her and Like half the cast of Hercules is, terrible movie, but we're a fan, you know. And to see someone else's Jill was a little weird for me, even more so than Laura Croft. But I played the demo and I instantly liked Jill. That Jill. I like that she's kind of a smart ass, that she takes those sets, she talks back, and she's like, fuck Carlos. I love it. I love that. Oh, man. Love Jill Valentine. Easily my number one favorite character, female video game character of all time. And that is it for my list.